Hey, this is Shuzi. We recently moved to a new place, but we don't have any furniture. So I did some crash courses on interior design, and I came across this chair. It's supposed to be a really iconic modern chair, and I got intrigued by its shape. Too bad it doesn't fit our decor, but I think at least I can do a painting of it with it as a core element. It also challenged me to do a serene and quiet pose, which I'm usually not very good at. Well, to capture the essence of the design, I definitely shouldn't do a front view. So I changed it to a side view, and I went with a really sloppy figure to fit the S shape of the chair. But it turns out pretty bad. I guess a relaxed pose doesn't mean sloppy. So I set up another blank canvas, and this time I tried to have the figure sit up more upright. She's still relaxed, but using her leg to support her body so she doesn't slide down the chair. Because what I wanted to do is a relaxed pose, I have her dangle her arms on the side of the chair. Well, this looks better, but still, it is not what I'm looking for. It's happy and playful, but not serene enough. And of course, not sexy enough. I think what's missing here is the S shape of the figure. So in the next try, I keep her leaning back on the chair, but bending her waist so that she has an S shape to echo the chair. I think this is going in the right direction. So I carried on developing the anatomy and have her wearing high heels to add some feminine touch. Now I like the pose, but I need to do something about her facial expressions. But before that, I need to fix her body. I want her to have the laid-back look, just chilling out on the chair. Her body is a little bit squished, so I extended to make the proportion better. I'm no longer following the chair's original design and proportion, just whatever works for my composition. I have to extend the back of the seat so it supports her appropriately. I think in this composition, if I draw the full body, she'll be too small and I really don't need this much of a background. She should be the focus of the painting, so I cropped away her legs and made her much bigger. Now I can really tweak her face. I want her to have a little bit more relaxed gaze, looking at you, but with her eyelid slightly closed. Her hair should also fit the relaxed look, draping down naturally with slight curls and gently lands on her body and go behind the chair. Her pose still looks a little bit stiff, so I continue to tweak. I moved her leg a bit so it's coming towards you a little bit, so I can draw the squish of the skin at the edge of the chair. I think it's almost done, but she still looks a little bit off. I couldn't figure out why, so I went to ask my husband to take a look for me. And his comment is that the boobs are off. They're too stiff, and they should look like this. Alright, opinion taken. I'll implement it after I put on her clothes. I think I need a backstory to come up with the appropriate clothes for her. In my mind, she just came out of the pool, maybe from a pool party. It's loud and exciting, so she got tired and just want to get away from the crowd and just chill. So it makes sense that she's wearing a bikini. And instead of having both hands hanging on the side of her body, I moved her right hand up, gently resting on her chest. Because she has this modern, luxurious chair, I think she should be wearing some really nice jewelry as well. I really like body chains. They're delicate and flow with the body curve. They make the beautiful shape of female body even more interesting to look at. So here I'm attaching multiple strands of pearl chains to her bikini. Also, if she just came out of the pool, her hair should be wet. So I'm adjusting her hair shape, making them a little bit flatter to create the wet look. For this painting, I'm envisioning really vibrant colors to give that luxurious vibe. I'm going to use a lot of water for this painting, but I'm still going to start with the upright position because I'm trying to use the natural flow of the water down the paper to create some interesting patterns. So let's get started. I first put quite a bit of water at the top of the paper. So when I add the yellow, the color flows down with the water very naturally. I also paint some of the skin to get some background color on her. Her hair is blonde, but I painted the blue background first, because yellow can push the blue away, creating very interesting color mix. Next, I started to paint the details of her skin using stronger skin tones. For her eyes, I used blue and pink to create a dreamy look, mixing directly on paper. I want her bikini to be white for an elegant look, so I'm adding shadows with navy. Once her face is dry, I use stronger yellow to paint loose strands of her hair dangling in front of her face. For the hairs in shadow, I switch to blue and green mix, using long strokes and slight curl to convey a wet hair look. I can't forget about the hair behind her, so I use a lighter color to let it fade into the background. I really like to add nail polish to my characters, and this time I use a light blue. For the body chains, I'm painting them as multicolored pearls, reflecting the colors around them. I started with a granulating navy color called lunar blue to create texture. Then I drop in different colors depending on where the chain is. And lastly, I'm adding white highlights to show the luster of the pearls. I'm really happy with the results. I really love the longing and relaxing feeling I was able to convey through this serene pose and her expressions. And of course, the vibrant colors and all the details. I hope you like it too.